Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to round 3 of my Days of Thunder gameplay series for the NES, and we are here at Talladega, the other plate track. Now you remember that my first round at a plate race at Daytona Beach, A, I was rubbish, and B, it bare no resemblance to Daytona at all, and you'll be surprised to know that the same is true for Talladega. So boogity boogity boogity, we are down and away. Straight away I'm in trouble because there's some speds in front of me, and I've gone 3 wide in turns 1 and 2. But I'm desperate to protect my 6th starting spot, and in fact I'm improved to 5th. Fuck off. No, go away. Fuck off. No, don't. Oh, wait, stop it. Stop it. Thank you. Well, this isn't Talladega at all. And what's with the pink sky? Are we on some sort of bad acid trip at this point in time? It's a very boring acid trip, I must say. Well, the topic for today's video is kind of fancy NASCAR schedules, because I was thinking during the Phoenix race last weekend, it was a bit long, maybe. It kind of felt long, you know, maybe because there was a lot of green flag runs and stuff like that. And I started to think, what if you started to play around with the length of NASCAR races? Do they all have to be 400 or 500 miles? And then I started to think about just a sort of a general, what other tracks they could go to. We've all been saying there should be a road course in the Chase, and the Nationwide series has been proving for years just how much fun NASCAR is on road courses, which is ironic for a series that can only turn left. Go away. So I want to hear basically your fantasy NASCAR schedules and changes. As you can see, I'm battling for 3rd place right here from one of the generic cars, but all of my tyres have gone off within 5 laps. I mean, I now finally understand the pain of F1 drivers having to drive on option tyres. I mean, I feel their pain. I'm fast for about 1.5 laps. I mean, look, I'm cranking the wheel all the way. I'm struggling to keep it out of hit the wall. This is 5 laps into the bloody race. We really haven't got our plate racing program together. Let's see if our pit crew has improved. Actually, no. Why did I even say that? So here we go. Team Turdburger is jumping into action. Wake up, change the tyre. There you go. You need constant reminding, even though this is what they paid for you to fucking do. 25 seconds. That's almost a really good pit stop. Fancy NASCAR tracks. I mean, for ages and ages, I've kept my fingers crossed that one day someone will save North Wilkesboro Speedway. But I mean, with every year that goes by, that starts to become more and more impossible as it becomes less a racetrack, more a overgrown garden. And also, I'd love the Cup Series to return to Rockingham. It's an amazing track. It would just be... Every year you'd have great racing there and great finishes. It's still unfathomable to me why they left in the first place. I mean, I know the decisions in NASCAR aren't actually made based on common sense anymore. They're made based on money and whatever Brian France seems to be looking at the time. I don't know. But, oh, I'm watching some NFL. We should do that in NASCAR. Let's have some playoffs. Do you want to actually think about that and realise that doesn't fucking work? No, man, I'm head of NASCAR. I'll do that. You're a Chase, man. We'll do that. I read a post this week that Casey Mears is actually 11th in points, and everyone was like, wow, that's really good. And then you realise that the point standings don't fucking matter anymore because this is NASCAR, the stupidest run motorsport in the world. So here we go, we're into the pits for the second and thankfully final time in the race. Here we go, Team Turdburger, do your stuff, you well-oiled machine. Well, if by well-oiled machine you mean oiled with anal lube. Well, fuck me, look at this. It's actually going smoothly, no one's fallen over anything yet. Come on, all we need is the right rear. No, fuck it. Oh, no, there you go. We were so close to a half-decent fucking pit stop. 3 or 4 laps to go in this race. I'm 6th. It's been a bit of a naff race for me. As I said, our plate racing program really is not where it should be. In fact, our entire race team is not where it should be. Where it should be is about 1,000 miles from where we are. Fantasy NASCAR schedules, fantasy kind of formats. I mean, I was thinking like not just track choices, but track lengths, like race lengths. Does every race have to be 400 or 500 miles? Really? Can it not be 200-300 miles, like 250? I mean, they used to have it back in the day, like in the 70s. There used to be races that were 200-250 miles. And last year at Eldora, we saw how much people enjoyed the sort of heats final. I mean, I know the main race is still 150 laps, but still. And we're on, white flags in the air. We are on the final lap, ladies and gentlemen. And we've got 4 more turns to grab a top 5 finish. Here we go, working the high side. My right side tyres are absolutely dead. It's going to be a miracle if I keep it out of the wall, but we're working the high side well, and I've got it. Got the position. Look at this. And he's fighting back on the high side. No, fuck off. Go away. You're not having this. 5th is all mine, you bastards. I have gone through enough in this race with terrible tyres. 5th place in the end for Kurt Cole Trickle Busch. Not quite as good as the euphoria of 3rd place last time out at Atlanta. And of course, Harry Hogg's not pleased, but I don't think he's ever pleased unless he's getting a blowjob whilst eating a hot dog whilst I'm winning the NASCAR championship in reverse. So there you go, top 5 finish. I'm very pleased with that. I shouldn't take too much of a hit in the points. I'm down to 5th, but as you can see, it's a very close fight for kind of 3rd on back. Fantasy NASCAR schedules, fantasy tracks you'd love to see NASCAR racing at, race formats, race lengths, things like that. Get in touch with me, be as creative as you want, and I will see you next time for episode 4.